In the next few minutes, I'm gonna share with you how to cut down your content creation process from spending over 20 hours a week where you're mentally burnt out, you're running out of creative ideas, and I'm gonna show you how to quite literally get that down to minutes. And we're gonna do so using a tool called Claude AI. This tool, Alan, is all in on your marketing and sales for your creative business. Now, if you've never met me before, my name is Richard. It's great to meet you. I'm the founder of Claude AI, as well as Impact Clients. And collectively, my digital product businesses have done over 27 million in sales in the last 4 years. This is just one of my Stripe processors that has done, as you can see, 21 million on this one. Now, as of recently, because of the impact that we've had on our students have collectively generated over 100 million in digital product sales, and we've served over 5,000 students. I was actually invited out to New York. You can see here I was featured in Times Square on the NASDAQ board. And if you can see, it says helping others achieve freedom with digital products. This is what we live and breathe. We help people sell digital products and scale their online creator businesses. And by the way, I practice what I preach. I have over 800,000 followers on Instagram, over 1.2 million followers collectively. And so I share this with you not to impress you, but to impress upon you that I created this tool specifically as a creator for creators, for you, all right? So right now, this is the problem that you're probably experiencing. You are making good content, but it takes a lot of time. And what you're probably doing right now is step one, you're doing content research. Then once you find a piece of content that you like, you gotta rewrite it into your own version, and that takes a lot of creative energy. And then after that, you gotta film it, and you gotta edit it, and then step four, you actually gotta post it, right? But then here's the problem. When you're doing content research and you're trying to find content ideas, you are literally scrolling for hours trying to find the right viral idea. And if you're a little clever, you probably have like 5 to 10 of these influencers that you regularly visit and you admire and you look up to them, right? And then what you do is you look at their engagement, you gotta look at their views, their comments, their posts for every single post to see if there's one post that stands out to you. That's probably what you're doing right now, right? And here's the problem. You probably have to scroll 20, 30 minutes just to find one good post to model after. And then step two, you actually have to take that post and rewrite it as your own version, right? Once you have the idea, you have to stare at that post. You might even have to type it out on like your notes or on like a Word document. And then you have to use all this creative mental energy, which is exhausting, by the way, to come up with your own original twist on it, right? Thinking, okay, how do I make this my own version? And by the way, this part is even more difficult because you got to stare at that thing for probably another 20 to 30 minutes just to turn it into your own version. And by the way, this doesn't even include getting creators' writer's block, which I'm sure you've had before, which is where you just mentally get stuck. You don't have any more ideas. You're not inspired. And then you literally just can't come up with ideas anymore. And so here's the problem. Making good content takes way too much time. Finding one good post, step one, takes 30 minutes. Then step two, rewriting your own version, takes another 30 minutes. That's 1 hour per post, which means if you just post one time per day, 7 times a week, you're spending 7 hours on your content. And by the way, that's 2 posts per day. If you want to increase your content production, because every coach says, hey, you should post 2 to 3 times a day. Well, guess what? 2 posts a day, 14 times a week, that's 14 hours of your time. 3 posts a day, that's 21 hours of your time. And by the way, that's not even including recording the content, editing the content, and then filming the content and then posting, right? So do you see why it's almost impossible to be successful at building this business? And this is where Claude AI comes in, all right? Let me show you how it's different. Because the new way of doing content creation with Claude is so simple. If we head over to Claude here, and you go to any of the creators that you like, you'll see the search bar. Now, Rachel, good friend of mine, she's an awesome creator. She makes incredible content. Let's say that you really look up to her and you want to see what content she has. You take your Instagram, you pop it right here, the URL, and you hit search, and it's going to take about 30 seconds, and it's going to scan through all of her content. Now, take a look at this. This is the crazy thing. If you're going, I want to model after reels that go really viral. If you click on views, it will show you and filter down by all the reels that are most viral. And then you can even use recency. Let's say I only want to see the content from the last 30 days because obviously we know content from 1 year ago, 6 months ago, the algorithm changes, probably not as viral anymore. So if you filter by last 30 days, we only want to see by views. Take a look at this. It literally presents it to you on a silver platter. This post here has 800,000 views. This post here has 500,000 views. This post here has 376,000 views, and it keeps on going down in descending order in order, okay? And maybe you're like, well, I really want to have a post that generates a lot of comments so I can get a lot of leads for my business. Well, if you click on comments, take a look at this. This post right here, 1.4K comments. This one here, 400 comments. This one here, 277 comments. And you can do this for literally any profile that you look up to, that you model after, and you want to have content for. You see this? And the coolest thing is you could basically have 5 of your favorite influencers on a quick search, which is almost like having them on speed dial, where as soon as you click on the button of the profile, it will present to you the most viral content for you in seconds. And so before, remember how it took you 30 minutes just to find one good post? Well, congratulations. By hitting the search button here, you just got that down to literally 60 seconds. You see how simple this is, right? Now, step 2, this gets even more difficult, right? Because once you find the post, you have to rewrite it into your own version. Well, let me show you how Alan AI can literally do this for you in seconds, okay? Now, first and foremost, I wanna show you this crazy feature. There's a persona here. And what this is it's going to clone, the AI is gonna clone itself and understand who you are. So you're gonna hit this tab, and I've already filled it out for you so you can see an easy example of this, but you're gonna give your title, that's for me, online business coach, your name, your age, your niche, right? So what do you help other people with? You can see here, I say, I help others make money with digital arbitrage and new way to sell digital products, right? Your target avatar, that's who do you serve? So for me, I help 9-to-5ers, university students, I help busy parents, right? You can talk about your product and service, right? You can talk about the pain points of the people that follow you. And then of course down here, this is probably the most important, I'm gonna go ahead and put my personal transformation story. So I said this here. My personal story is I used to be a struggling university student and I didn't want to become a doctor anymore, right? Every day I showed up to class and then afterwards I was struggling in debt. And then check this out, I even say here, I worked a part-time job just to pay the bills, folding burritos at Chipotle. Okay, that's really important because I want you to see how the AI uses that, right? So basically here, I just write out a couple sentences. It took me, 5-7 minutes to type this stuff out. And now this is the crazy part, because if you go back to any creator that you really respect and admire, the thing about Alan is it will literally write the content in your voice because of the persona that you just created, that feature that I just shared with you, okay? And by the way, you can do this for quite literally anything. You can do it for 7-second reels, you can do it for talking head reels, you can do it for carousel, those slider photo posts, and even faceless content, and I'm gonna show you step-by-step how to do that right now. So check this out. Let's say I really like Rachel's content, I really respect her, I admire her content, and so let's see if I scroll down here and I find something that I really, really like, right? Maybe I filtered down by last 30 days, so hey, show me content from the last 30 days. Let's go here. Right? Now, if I come down here and I filter down by likes and I'm looking and looking, let's say this one right here, talking head.
Nothing is more powerful than a mind that cannot be influenced by fear.
Nothing is more powerful than the mind can be influenced by fear. So you see this little checkbox here. I'm going to click on that checkbox. I'm going to open up in the bottom right this little chat icon. And this is what I want you to see, okay? I'm going to hit generate transcript. And when I hit generate transcript, it's literally going to watch the entire video for me and it's going to give me word for word the entire transcript. I know a lot of you literally have to play a video and you have to think about, okay, how do I say it? You don't need to do that anymore. It literally gets you word for word. But then check this out. I'm going to click on write my own version, okay? And it's going to take all the detail from the persona. Do you guys remember this persona that I just shared with you? It's going to take all the details from the persona and within a couple seconds, it's going to spit out my own version based off of my life story. Look at this. It's going to keep the hook the same, okay? So nothing is more powerful than the mind that cannot be influenced by fear. So it keeps the hook similar, but then check this out. It talks about my life story and then talks about my methods and my actual process of how I get student results. Do you see how simple it is? And by the way, you can talk to the chat and you can say, make it shorter, make it longer. You can tell it whatever, and the AI copywriter will do it for you. This is how powerful Alan is, okay? So that's, for example, a talking head reel. But let's actually do a simpler carousel, okay? A lot of you guys, you like the carousel post, right? So this is another creator, Chelsea. Chelsea makes awesome content. Maybe you follow her, you look up to her content. So if I plug her handle in, okay, we put her Instagram here, and let's say we filter down by comments here. Okay, I want to see the content that has most viral comments. And I really like this one here. It says 2012, graduate as a nurse, thinking I live a happy life, make 2K per month. So what I'm going to do is, you see this top right corner, I'm going to check that box. I'm going to open up Alan AI chat box and check this out. I'm going to hit generate transcript. And first and foremost, it's going to scan through the entire post. And it will literally analyze everything. It will look at the image. Look at the first image. It's her as a nurse and then her husband, right? Look at this. Image 1, a young woman in dark hair wearing a white nurse's uniform, yada, 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 right? And the text, it gives you the text as well. 2012, graduated as a nurse thinking I'd be happy. If we go over slide number 2, you see here, that's the text. Then my daughter was born and everything changed. Take a look at this. Text number 2, then my daughter was born and everything changed. You see that? So it literally goes through the entire carousel, but that's just the original post. I mean, you could take this and you could just go, okay, I want to make my own version, but take a look at this. I hit write my own version and it's going to take, again, my entire persona, my personal story, and it's going to write out my own version. So give it a couple seconds and let's see what it says here. This is going to blow your mind. Okay, now take a look at this. You see how hers, it says 2012, graduated as a nurse. Take a look at mine. 2015, struggling university student thinking I'd become a doctor living the dream. Reality, drowning in debt, folding burritos at Chipotle. Do you remember how I literally put into my personal story that I folded burritos at Chipotle? It is literally incorporating that into the actual text. And then take a look at this. It even gives me the image guideline. So it says you should take a photo of yourself looking tired or stressed, perhaps in university, or wearing a Chipotle uniform, conveying the feeling of being stuck, right? And then if we go to slide 2, it's talking about this. Look at this, slide 2, 2018. I saw doctors miserable. I knew that it wasn't God's plan for me. I was burnt out, desperate for another way. So it's basically taking my story, but it's inspired by her content. So for that, that's just a carousel, okay? What about talking head? Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep this train going. So let's say here that I filter down by views. I'm like, okay, I want to model after Chelsea's content that's most viral, right? And so you can see here, when I filter down by virality, by highest views, this one has 185,000 views. This one has 96,000 views. This one has 89,000 views. This one here has 69,000 views, right? Now check this out. Let's say I really like this one here. Let's play a couple seconds. Right? So she's cooking, she's doing something in the kitchen, and then you can read the text. It says, instead of getting a second job in 2025, yada, 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 right? So let's do this. Let's go ahead and let's check on that box, okay? You're gonna open up the AI chat, and now we're gonna say, hey, generate the transcript. Now, if you generate the transcript, it's going to analyze the actual content, and it's gonna get you everything. Do you see this? It gets me the text, instead of getting a second job, look at that, instead of getting a second job. And then also it analyzes the audio, the music. It also explains what is in the visual, as you can see here. A woman wearing long dark hair, with long dark hair, partially styled up, wearing a olive tank top, right? She is actively engaged in a motion of cooking, right? Do you see how it literally analyzes everything? But then if I want to write my own version, you click on that, you give it a couple seconds, and it will make you your own version of this 7-second reel. As you can see right now, it gives you the visual description, it gives you your recommended text overlay, it gives you your audio, and it even gives you an audio transcript if you wanted to do a talking head version of it. It literally gives you the content that you should make. And let's do one more example, all right? Faceless content, okay? Caroline, this is a faceless creator, makes really good content here. If I took her Instagram and I pop that in and I searched it up here, let's take a look here, okay? It's gonna scan through all of her content, okay? And let's say inside of this content, again, I wanna filter by views to see what's most viral. You'll see here that this one post got 20,000 views, and then this one's got 18,000 views, this one's got 17,000 views. So let's model after her most viral one. So we're gonna go ahead and check that box. Now let's play this video. It says most faceless accounts stay stuck because they copy what works for people with faces. I didn't, that's why I hit 1K a day. Now, if we open up the AI chat and we hit generate transcript, it will go ahead, it will read through this entire post, and boom, look at that. The visual description, it will give me the text overlays, what's on the audio. If I hit write my own version, it's too easy. Boom, video content, visible text overlays. It shows you the exact text that we can use, the exact audio that we can use. It even writes my own caption for me as well. Okay, so we can go on and give you more examples, but I showed you how to do every single one. 7-second reels is done, faces content is done, and the coolest thing is it is even your content director, because it tells you, hey, this is the kind of photo that you should take, and this is the kind of shooting style that you should take. And so I share all of this with you because 30 minutes just to come up with the creative ideas for one post, we can literally cut it down to 60 seconds so that the content script is handed to you on a silver platter. And if you're thinking, well, I can just do this on ChatGPT, well, no, you can't. Because if I were to ask ChatGPT, get me the transcript for this reel, and then I pop in any Instagram account, take a look at what it says. I'm unable to provide the transcript for you because Instagram doesn't offer a native transcript feature, right? And then it's going to go ahead and give you a whole bunch of other tools that you're going to have to use, and you're going to have to use like 4 or 5 different apps in order to achieve the same effect. And that's not even making your own custom version. ChatGPT, Claude, any other AI tool cannot do this. So let's do some math here. Currently, you're spending 30 minutes a day just to research one post. Then you're spending 30 minutes to write that post. You're spending 1 hour of time every day just to come up with a post. You post 7 times a week, that's 7 hours. 14 posts is 14 hours. 21 posts, which you should be doing 3 posts a day, that's gonna take you 21 hours a week. Let's do the new way. The new way takes 1 minute to research a post, 30 seconds to write your own version, which means it takes you 90 seconds to come up with one post. That means if you post 7 times a week, it only takes you 10.5 minutes. If you post 14 posts a week, that takes you 21 minutes. If you post 21 times a week, 3 times a day, it only takes you half an hour to do so. Do you see why this is so powerful? And so let me ask you, if you could be done with your content creation in literally 30 minutes of your work week, how would that change your life? Meaning right now, if you're not making any sales yet, or you're a complete beginner, if you're stuck and overwhelmed because you can barely even get by with posting 1 time a day, could that maybe be the reason why you're not making any sales yet? What would Alan do for you? Okay. If you're spending hours just to get 1 post out per day, Well, what would happen to your sales if you could double or even triple the amount of posts that you could do, and you could do it in a fraction of the time? Or maybe right now you're like, well, I'm already making a lot of sales. I'm posting 3 times a day. I'm pretty good at creating content. Well, what if you could just take everything that you're doing, but then cut the content creation time down by 95% and literally wrap up your work week in minutes as opposed to hours so that you can live a life of digital freedom that you deserve? Wouldn't that be worth it to you? And so right now you're thinking, okay, I'm in. What's the price? How do we get started? Well, the question is, how much would it cost if you were to do it without Alan? Okay? Because the first option is you could do it yourself. You could continue to doom scroll for hours every day. You're going to run out of creative ideas and you're going to be on the content burnout hamster wheel every single day. And let's say you spend 1 hour a day of content and you value your time at $20 an hour. Okay? That over Monday through Friday, 260 days in the year, you're going to spend about $5,200 of your own time. Okay, that's how much it's going to cost you. Or the second option is you could hire other people, right? This is the traditional way to do it. You could hire a content researcher. Let's say you hire someone really cheap, $500 a month part-time. Probably going to have to hire a virtual assistant from a non-native speaking country like India, Philippines. That's going to cost you $6,000 a year to have like a content assistant help you out. Or you could hire a full-blown copywriter. That's someone who's going to write the content for you. And that, I'm telling you, is going to cost you minimum $3,000 a month. Okay, cheap copywriters cost $3,000 a month. Okay, now most of them are actually like 4 to 6K, but let's be conservative. You're going to hire someone to write the content for you, $3,000 a month. You're going to pay $36,000 a year in labor costs. Okay. Not to mention your time and headache of actually having to manage other humans and deal with people quitting on you and not doing a good job and you having to coach them. So the total time spent, all right, with your time or hiring other people, you'll be spending $47,000 a year if you add up all that. Alan, it's just a one-time $497 annual, and you're going to get instant access to Alan and all of its features for a full 12 months. All right. And here's the coolest thing. Because we're so early right now, you get to shape the direction of this product by co-creating Alan with us. Right now, we're in beta testing mode and we want your feedback to help us identify small bugs and glitches and your ideas to make the product even better. And I want to set expectations. There will be some bugs, maybe a slight delay here, a button here that might glitch out for a sec, and that's okay because we want your feedback so that we can build the product for you. Any ideas of improvement, the design, the new features, we will be receptive and we implement on all the ideas that you give us. All right. And so here's everything that you're getting. You're getting a full 12-month access to Alan AI. As one of the beta pioneers, the man on the moon, the first people to use this cutting edge AI technology. That's $497. Okay. The second thing that you're going to get is I'm actually going to give you a couple bonuses. The first bonus is going to be a real AI community that's valued at $297, and you're going to get exclusive access where we're going to be doing weekly coaching calls with me and our team to help you make the most viral content possible. And you're also going to get a $497 course, Content Accelerator Crash Course, for absolutely for free. And by the way, this is built by a digital product creator that has done over 25 million in sales. All right. So the total value of everything you're getting is over $1,200. And it's only $497 for the year. Basically, if you think about it, you've probably already bought digital products that are $297, $497. If you really think about it, you're getting increased education, you're getting extremely valuable coaching, and the software is basically free for you if you really think about it that way, right? And so what's even better is we're giving you 50% affiliate commissions on this product as well, which means if you just tell 2 of your friends about Alan AI and they sign up, you literally return your investment, you ROI, and you basically use Alan for free, and everything else after that is pure profit. You just gotta tell 2 people about it, right? So let's do some math. By the way, our team at Alan and I, we will equip you and we will help coach you to sell the tool if you wanna sell it. So if you make 1 sale with Alan per week, that's $240 a sale. You make just under $1,000 a month. Pretty cool. Now, if you make 1 sale a day with Alan, you're gonna make $7,200 a month. You make 2 sales a day with Alan, okay? That's $14,400 per month. That's $172,000 a year. That is a full-time executive level. You gotta have an MBA, go to graduate school to get that kind of money, okay? And all for what? For using an AI tool that's gonna help you with your content and telling your friends and audience about this breakthrough technology. So at this point, you have 2 options. Option 1 is you can do literally nothing, okay? You can continue to be mentally and creatively burnt out. You can spend hours and hours making content that feels unoriginal, uninspired, and have your sales be grinding to a halt. You can also watch as your competition speeds past you because they will use Alan. They will use AI to do 90% of the heavy lifting while you're still reliant on the old ways. And by the way, they're going to be the ones referring more and more people to Alan. And so they're going to be the ones earning the 50% commission and stack thousands per month in pure profit that you should be the one earning that while you just sit there and watch. The second option is you can sign up for Alan and to cut down your content research by literally 90%. You can save hundreds of hours to get your life back when it comes to content creation. You can watch as your content goes more and more viral, and you can reach more people, change more lives, and take your business to the next levels. And I want to give a quick warning here. Because you're so early, Allen AI right now is heavily discounted at $497. And this is only going to be here for a short while because when we onboard enough users, the price is likely going to double. And I'll be transparent. Our AI costs to use this tool are extremely high. And right now, we're basically not making any money. And that's why the price is going to double at some point. And this can happen at any moment because the demand for using Allen AI is so high right now. And when that happens, all the bonuses that you see on the screen, the $1,000 plus in bonuses, they're not going to be here anymore. Okay. If you're watching this video right now, that means the discounted rates and the bonuses are still available, but you have to move fast. So go ahead and sign up with the button below. You're going to get instant access to the tool, and I look forward to seeing you on the other side.